Guys, I am getting a little bit of compost because
She's behind the fence in case you haven't figured it out.
yeah, I mean, I'm
can't,
back here and it won't be but a minute. I want to be planting some heucheras in the shade part of the garden by the willow tree today. And the one thing about heucheras, they don't take a lot of fertilization. And let me show you something. Right here, this heuchera, Reg, it planted itself. I never planted a plant here. I don't know how it got here, but what a little joy. This is a dark-leafed one. They can take more sun and shade than a light-leafed one, and I'll be planting very light-colored ones today. But you can see this has been here 4 or 5 years, and once they've lived in a spot long enough, you can divide these out. I'm thinking this fall or next spring, there seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 babies in here that I will divide out and put them throughout the garden because it's a lovely color. I'll have to research which one it is. There's so many varieties, but we're going to head down to the willow tree and get these pretty pale colored leaf ones planted today. So down here, you can see how it's going to brighten everything up. Last weekend, a gardening friend and myself, if you're a gardener this time of year, this is the middle of June, your garden centers, your stores like Lowe's and Home Depot and Southern States, everything is going on 50% off, 30% off, particularly your annuals, but you can find perennials also going on sale for 50% off. And that's, you know, a planter's gardener's dream. And so we were out last weekend and I was able to find heucheras for 50% off and some annuals, which I'm going to be putting in the large perennial bed just for some late season color. I do believe early spring, I buy what I want for my window boxes and the special ones. But this time of year, you pick up anything and everything you think you might use. And if you don't use it, you can give it to your gardening friends. So all of these plants I'm planting today were discounted. They were $2, $3 a piece.
Well, what was it we just saw? You can't plant unless, what was it? Unless you bought any?
Oh yeah, Reggie sent me a cute, you know, gardening text. You can't plant unless you bought any, B-O-T-A-N-Y, bought any, you know, botany. So it's a good giggle. So here we are, and you can see I'm going to be taking out several hostas. I'm going to take out this hosta. This is the this is cute. Excuse me.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, this is called Twist of Lime.
Yeah, it's really bright, isn't it?
It's really bright. It's great for, you know, all seasonal interest because our heucheras, heucheras are good zones 4 through 9, and I will add a little biotone to the soil and a little compost. This soil is really good. I keep adding compost to it, but I never have to add a fertilizer. You can. I would add a general fertilizer if you want to in the spring, but otherwise add a little compost. Once they're established, they can be drought tolerant. This is very dry shade, and so I will water this unless we get rain every other day, these new plants. And then once they're a little more established, once a week, just this year, this season, and next year, only unless we have 4 weeks of no rain like we just came out of, would I consider watering these once a week. Otherwise, they can take it. They can take it. So we're going to get these planted in here with some of the Brunnera that I planted, the Virginia right there. So I'm going to take out, I want to get this gold color. I looked from the bathroom window and it looks so pretty. So this is Twist of Lime. I love it. And it might get 10 inches tall and 12 inches wide. So it'll be perfect for the border. Let's get these hostas out of here. I will put these in pots for anybody who wants a hosta. We will give you these hostas. Get those out of there. I'm so excited to see this color from the bathroom window. I think there's a song by the Beatles or somebody. No, that's They Came In Through the Bathroom Window.
Please.
Please, you want me to sing it? No. So let's
I'll do the Joe Cocker version.
do it, please. He came in through the bathroom window. It's a sing-along today. And let's get some biotone in this hole for good root starting capabilities. All right. I'm excited. Very excited. I don't know what I've got here. Oh, that's a one of these ferns. Okay, let's do it.
It's just a handful.
A handful.
A half
handful.
cup.
Handful. Half. My hand has measured a half a cup, and I would recommend everybody to measure their hands. That way you have an idea if you need to know how much of anything you need to put in there, a half a cup, a quarter cup. And then I'm going to add a little compost, give it a nice start. Of course, I will water this in today. And that twist of lime,
well, it really shines right there.
It's going to make us so happy, Reg. Yes, indeed. So get out there and start looking, people, for the end of season. It's hard to believe it's only June and they're already calling end of season.
No, I guess it is the end of the planting
Yeah.
for a lot of things.
For a lot of things. The annuals particularly.
Yeah.
Perennials, there's always another flush of color. I love how these caladiums are looking. This one is called, this is another one I found on sale. This is Dolce Toffe Tart. I love the coppery color down here. I looked for autumn ferns. I want to get autumn ferns in here to give me that backup coppery color. I don't see an autumn fern down here because I need them. So this one's going to go in here too. And it can take partial shade to shade. Everything I'm putting in here is for the shade. These light colored Heucheras. Now, what I found when you go out looking around at plants, particularly that aren't plant in garden centers, like this one was in full sun. So whoever was manning that little shop there, roadside stand, they had shade things in the sun things in the shade. So, you know, it's okay. But, when you get them for $2 and $3, it's worth it. But this one's going to go right in here. This is the Dolce Toffe Tart. And I will make tags for them. And its height. Does it give me the height? Yeah, it does. It is maybe 10 to 16, no, height, 8 to 10 inches again, maybe 12 to 16. So beautiful for the border. Doesn't that look nice? So it's definitely a nice front of the border plant, which I love my Heucheras, particularly these new ones. All the colors.
So many varieties of those.
So many varieties. I have the Dolce Wildberry out in the main sunny border, and it takes the sun so well. Oh gosh, I love it. All right, so let's get a little bit of this right here. Handful of that. Some compost. I love having compost, people. It's not that hard. I might take this painted fern out too.
There's just one little stick there, isn't there?
Yeah, but there's a nice root system on this painted fern.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take that out and give this the space it needs. A little bit of space. I'll go in and you can see this is from last year's foliage. You just pick that, cleaned it up that way. And these stay evergreen in our area. We're zone 6. And so you can have some beautiful color once everything else dies back. Stick that in there. Look at that. I'm liking it. And let's come over here and we'll get this one in the ground. Where was I going to put that? I think right there. I think. Let's take a look. All right. Do I bring it down
set it
here?
more toward the front because that light, that's
This light will burn
halogen light, and
Okay.
it gets a little warm.
Should I take it out? I'll take out some of these hostas. Anyone needing hostas, give me a call. Put these in pots. I mean, text me. Whatever you need. More like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. I can always move it. You know, you got to live with plants. I put these out last night, sat them out here, and looked at them and liked it.
Okay.
Okay, we're almost done. It's a repeat. Something else I'm going to do down here, only because I want to hold the moisture in these new plants. I did bring some potting mulch down with me today to mulch around this to help hold the moisture, because I can't tell what our summer's going to be like. When our spring was so hot and dry, those 4 weeks in May.
First day of summer's coming up.
I know. And these get a tiny little bloom. If you know anything about heucheras, they'll get a tiny little bloom. All right, let's clean that up. Put that there so I know I've got to make a tag. I'm going to like that. The other thing I have, and I'll get these in the ground too. I don't know what this variety is, but someone gave me starts of this heuchera. They had it in a sunny area, and I've got a feeling that in the shade it's going to be this wonderful shade of green with red variegation. So I'm going to be putting these in this border here, the same manner.
One of those caladiums there,
Yeah, the same manner that I've done these, and I am thrilled. But I'm going to get these watered in, and we'll put a little mulch just to hold the moisture. Yeah, we're going to need to do that. And I think that's going to look really nice.
That lime one, yeah.
Excuse me? Oh, yeah. We'll get these mulched in. Maybe I should bring that out a little further. I like the painted fern. The mulch really enhanced it. Yeah. Good. All right. So look how nice these heucheras have popped up the shade border. These twist of lime, the Dolce, Toffe, Tart, and I will check on what those two are. I might have to take out some of those tall ostrich ferns. But I like the ostrich ferns. Anyhow, you know, you stand back and you look at things, and I love how these hide the pathway to the river deck. But that's it today on getting these end of season perennials in the ground too. And this won't be my last trip to a garden center this year.
No, it won't be.
No, because I am looking for autumn ferns, and sometimes at the end of season.
Catnip or whatever.
Well, I know what I'm going to do about that. Okay. That's a whole nother story for another day.
All right, is it time for me to sing now?
Yeah.
No, I won't.
One day we'll sing together. Guys, thanks for watching Gardening on the West Fork. Gardening on the West Fork. A beautiful day. We will see you in the next video. Oh, we've got daylilies in bloom.
Huh?
What are those called? The ditch lilies.
Ditch lilies.
Yeah, they're so natural. And Sissy's making quite a statement. Bye, guys.